Man, listen, the 90s, I mean, the late 80s going into the 90s, it was just so rich. I mean, I even think like 89, and you think about like NWA coming out, how music was changing, and it was changing fast. You had KRS-One in the 80s, 88, dropping his music. You had Rakim, and it was just evolving right in front of me. It was like, oh my goodness. Then you get to the mid 90s, the 90s into the mid 90s, and you have like Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Naughty by Nature. And the music is just so amazing at this time. Even if you were like more of a party person, you had people like Tone Loc. It was just like whatever you felt, you had the music right there. I mean, I don't know. I could go on and on because I loved Black Sheep. I loved Tribe Called Quest, and the styles were so different. It wasn't like you were listening to the same artists all the time. Yeah, some of them had some of the same styles, but you got so much different stuff at the same time. Had people like Third Base. I ain't even gonna lie. I used to love MC Hammer. I used to love like when Vanilla Ice first came out. Oh my goodness. All that stuff was just off the charts. Well, listen, they were pulling from music from like the 80s, 70s, and 60s, where music was just music back then. And yes, it was renewed, but they learned how, like, instead of just renewing it, like, you take somebody like a producer like Q-Tip, they would take a piece of it, and the way they would make the music out of it, you couldn't tell what the music came from. Welcome in, everybody. I am CJ Manning, and today we have Biggie Smalls featuring the Methodman, The What. This is part of our series from the Ready to Die album. This is track 8, and listen, this is one of my favorite albums ever. There is not a song on this album that I would not listen to almost at any time. And this is probably within one of the top 5 off of the album for me, The What. And, you know, I know Method Man got a lot of grief for doing this song with Biggie at the time. Because, you know, this NYC just had the big, just that rap battle. What you expect, you know, being number one, coming out of NYC at that time. You had Wu-Tang Clan so big at the time. Then you had Notorious B.I.G., you had Nas, and you just had all of New York's finest just battling around this time in the 90s, and hip-hop was just so rich at that time. So we're going to jump into this. We're going to hit that intro. While we in the intro, why don't you subscribe to the channel, hit the comment section, give me a suggestion for some type of reactions, and hit the like button. And share out to your friends. We'd appreciate it.
This is New York's own DJ Rock and Ron, and you're tuned in to The Reaction with CJ Manning.
Welcome back, everybody. We are going to jump into this. This is track 8 off of Ready to Die, Biggie Smalls, Method Man, The What. Like I said, this is probably one of the top 5 songs off of this album for me. I can't number it because this album is a classic, but this is within the top 5. I enjoyed a lot of songs off this album. A lot. So we're going to go ahead and jump into it.
Now I throw shields on the dick to stop me from that HIV shit. And niggas know they soft like a Twinkie fillin', playing the villain, prepare for this rap killing. Biggie Smalls is the illest. Your style is played out like Arnold. What you talking about, Willis? The thrill is gone, the black.
So, you know, when you listen to music like this, and like, depending on what age you are, a lot of people don't know what that is. Your style is played out like Arnold, and what you talking about, Willis? Listen, that was the line back in the day. What you talking about, Willis? Yes, this is my jam too. I'm sitting here trying not to even sing it right now. And it's just like, you know, they don't get it. Like, we always reference stuff, whether from TV or stuff that we just had knowledge of. And the references, just because I grew up with it and I seen a lot of it, I could relate to it.
They soft like a Twinkie fillin', playing the villain, prepare for this rap killing. Biggie Smalls is the illest. Your style is played out like Arnold. What you talking about, Willis? The thrill is gone. The black Frank White is here to excite. Throw dick to dykes. Bitches are like I'm brainless. Guns are like I'm stainless steel. I want the fucking fortune like the wind. I squeeze gas till my clips is empty. Don't tempt me. You don't want the fuck. Here I am. I'll be damned if this ain't some.
Man, listen. Methodman was everything to me out of the Wu-Tang Clan. Him and doggone ODB. Oh my God, they were like my favorites back when Wu-Tang first hit. Then I had a new appreciation after the albums. They started dropping their own albums, because then you started showing appreciation to Ghostface Killer. I loved that first album he came out with. Raekwon, and you know, it was Wu-Tang came. That was a genius plan by the RZA. I don't know if anybody watched the Wu-Tang series, but that was a master plan. Man, listen, Redman is very underrated. Like, I know I haven't seen you in here a lot before, J Killer, but in the past weeks, we were going through the Superman Lover series. I'm from New Jersey, so I have big love for Redman. Redman is very underrated as a lyricist, and I haven't heard a whole lot of his stuff, but I love Redman. One of my favorite ones recently is 80 Bars that he put out a couple years back. Yes, I love Wu-Tang. I love that first album and that second album. Man, Wu-Tang, and a lot of stuff they put out in between those two albums. It was an amazing thing to have that many artists, 9 different artists, and be able to be successful with most of them. More than half of them hit. And then you have somebody like Method Man to just keep it going. And you still have good lyricists, like I said, Raekwon, and you still got Ghostface Killer that could put music out today and still be relevant, I'm sure.
The dice, bitches are like I'm brainless, guns are like I'm stainless steel. I want the fucking fortune like the wind. I squeeze gas till my clips is empty. Don't tempt me. You don't want the fuck. Here I am. I'll be damned if this ain't some shit. Time to spread the bud lyrics over harmony grit. It's the Mood Killer Death Trap. Yes, I'm a jet black ninja. Coming where you rest at. Surrender. Step inside the ring. Use the #1 contender. Looking cold booty like your pussy in December. Nigga, stop bitching. Button up your lippin'. From Method, all you gettin' is the can of ass whipping. Hey, I'll be kicking. You son, you doing all the yapping, acting as if it can't happen. Your frontin' got me mad.
Man, listen. Method Man is so smooth. He ain't my favorite, but he like up there, because like his tone, the way he puts words together, it's amazing. And then especially like Redman and Method Man together, oh my goodness. When I started watching the verses, they all pretty much sucked. All of them sucked. The ones I enjoyed the most was And I think the first one I truly enjoyed was the Redman and Methodman one. And then I truly enjoyed what was the other versus battle? DMX and Snoop Dogg. It was, and I think I seen something different from Snoop. I didn't realize, I guess. It was the way he was able to freestyle for real, for real. How he started flowing. Like, I've always loved Snoop Dogg and how he raps and stuff, but to be able to see him do that in that type of environment, and how positive he was with DMX and everything, and for that to be one of the last times we seen DMX in a good state, that was one of my favorite ones as well. And then, of course, if nobody knows, and listen, the Lox blew me away during that versus battle with Dipset. That was amazing by the Lox. I don't care nothing what Dipset did. It was all the Lox during that versus. Yes, it was. It was definitely full of lyricists.
Hey, I be kicking. You, son, you doing all the yapping, acting as if it can't happen. Your frontin' got me mad enough to touch something. You want from Shallon, Allen, and ain't afraid to bust something. So what you want, nigga? You want, nigga? I got a 6-shooter and a horse named Trigger. It's real, 94, rugged raw, kicking on your goddamn doors.
Something like this.
The world.
Where was everybody at in 1994? Where were you at? I was entering my senior year of high school. Yeah, 94. That's when this album dropped. 1994. Where were you?
Kicking on your goddamn doors.
Something like this.
The world.
Don't ask me.
Shit. Everything you get,
You got to work hard for it.
Honey, shake your hip.
You don't stop.
Niggas pack the clip.
Keep on.
And is that the problem? Do we not want to work hard for nothing no more? I think so. I think that's a big issue with our society today.
Shake your hip.
You don't stop.
Niggas pack the clip.
Keep on. Verse 2. Coming with that OE brew. Met the cow, putting niggas back in ICU. I'm lifted, true. You can bring your whack ass crew. I got connections. I get that ass stuck like glue.
No question. I be going down.
This shit. Yo, I get rugged as a motherfucking carpet get. And niggas love it. Not in the physical form, but in the mental. I spark and these cells get warm. I'm not a gentle man, I'm a method man. Baby, accepted, utmost respected.
Assume the position.
You know what I love about this? Even though they're not a group, the way they flow off of each other and the way their rhyme schemes go together, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Like, I don't know. I think Jay and him has a good back and forth when they had their few songs together. And I would have loved to see what that group would have turned into, Biggie and Jay-Z. I think that would have been, oh my God, I couldn't even imagine what that would be. That would have been like the most amazing album ever. I know, hon. I'm just saying, when I say that, it's more of like today's generation. Like, our generation understands the it's not just click and have it right now. You know, we're not the microwave generation.
I spark and they cells get warm. I'm not a gentle man, I'm a method man. Baby, accepted, utmost respected.
Assume the position.
Stop, look, and listen. I spit on your grave, then I grab my Charles Dickens.
Welcome
Bitch.
to my center. Honey's feeling deep in their placenta. Cold as the pole in the winter. far from the inventor. Well, I got this rap shit sold, and when my Mac unloads, I'm guaranteed another video. Ready to die while I act that way. Pop Duke left Mom Duke, the faggot took the back way. So instead of making hoes suck my dick up, I used to do stick ups, cause hoes is irritating like the hiccups. Excuse me, flows just grow through me.
I just love the flow. Just like the hiccups. The flows just grow through me. Yo, I just love it. This song, I don't know which one would be my favorite. If I had to rate the songs, this may be, if I was doing an honest rating on this album, this one has to be probably in my top 3. It may be number 1, and the only reason I say that because I love the collabo. I love the flow between Red and Meth together on this. I mean Red and Meth. Biggie and Meth on this. This may be one of my favorite songs on here. This may be it.
Well, I got this rap shit sold, and when my Mac unloads, I'm guaranteed another video. Ready to die while I act that way. Pop Duke left Mom Duke, the faggot took the back way. So instead of making hoes suck my dick up, I used to do stick up, cause hoes is irritating like the hiccups. Excuse me, flows just grow through me. Like trees to branches, cliffs to avalanches. It's the praying mantis, deep like the mind of Farrakhan. A motherfucking rap phenomenon. Plus,
I got more Glocks and text than you.
I make it hot.
Niggas won't even stand next to you.
Nigga touch me, you better bust me 3 times in the head, or motherfuckers dead. You thought so?
Fuck the world, don't ask me for shit. And everything you get, you got to work hard for it.
Honey, shake your hips.
You don't stop.
The niggas pack the clip.
Keep on.
Yeah.
Fuck the world, don't ask me for shit. Everything you get, you got to work hard for it.
Honey, shake the hips.
You don't stop.
The niggas pack the clip.
Keep on.
What's full effect? Method style is undeniable. It's
Coming
one
at
my
you
borough
all,
is thorough.
Shallon Allen.
So, this was the what. Not as much of a storytelling, but it is in a way. Listen, the top 3 songs on this album for me is probably Warning, Give Me the Loot, and The What. Those are my top 3 on this. And then, the radio stuff after that. This album was such an influence in my young adulthood. Listen, I could have listened to this all day long. I don't know, the combination of Biggie and Puffy, what they put together throughout the years after this was just amazing, because they dominated the radio. When you listen to the radio between probably 94 until at least 97, it was a ton of Bad Boy, and almost everything had a Biggie feature on it, and it was hot. So I don't know. They had the formula for music at the time, and that was what I grew up in. And you had so many artists coming out in between that. You think about it, Jay-Z started coming out, featured Biggie in a couple songs. Biggie and him shared some records together, and they were supposed to do an album together. I don't know. Music was just different back then. You had lyricists, you had music. I mean, I know there was a lot of samples, but at the same time, people was putting together some good music. So, this was The What, Methodman, Biggie Smalls. Probably my number one pick on this whole album, to be honest. And just one of those, just something I've truly enjoyed listening to But this was, like I said, The What, featuring Methodman, Notorious B.I.G. Hit that subscribe button. Hope to see you guys the next time on a reaction. If you guys have a request, leave it in the comments section. Hit that like button, and we'll see you the next time.